Item number 2, progressive tension versus progressive overload. Progressive tension is where the real meat and potatoes of your progress is probably going to come from. It's also going to keep you safer, less joint stress, better performance, blah, 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 all these great things. Lesson number 1 on how to make this happen is recognizing muscle tension is a skill. It's a skill to develop and use the tension in your body. You can't assume that the tension and the energy is going to go where it needs to go because you're doing the right kind of technique, or because you're doing the right, using the right tools, or you got the right program, or it's a hand position thing, or anything. I get questions all the time. People saying, how do I get this part of my body to turn on? How do I get this muscle to turn on? And I know you're looking for like different hand position, do the exercise this way sort of thing. That's not necessarily where the answer is. How do you do it? You get good at doing it, at physically doing it. Here's a couple of ways to do this. Number 1, proactive tension. Recognize that muscular tension in your body is coming from your brain. Nothing else can control it. If you're using reactive tension, your power and control over the tension in your muscles is going to be a fraction of what is potentially happening. Do you do pull-ups and say, okay, oh good, yeah, biceps are on? This is why I get all the time. People say, well, this kind of grip is better for biceps. This doesn't work the biceps at all. That's your fault. That's nothing to do with the grip. That's one of the biggest biceps I'd ever seen was a guy by the name of Phil. God, I can't remember his last name. He never did pull-ups any way but this. His biceps were like that. Okay? If your muscles aren't turning on and working the way you want, that's your fault because you're not good enough. You don't have this skill. But you develop the skill, you're gonna get your results. That's the good news, is develop the skill and you'll get results regardless. That's why I talk about in chain training. Like, I don't care what grip you use, your biceps should be just on all the time when you're doing any pulling exercise of any degree. So control the tension. It's under your control, not the control of the exercise. Practice isometrics too. That's really handy. Get down into a squat position. Think, okay, what are my glutes doing? What about my quads, my calves, my shins? What are my hips doing? Are they on? No, well, turn them on. Make them turn on. Practice turning them on. Hang from the bar, get into a dip position. Get wherever you feel like you're not really getting your muscles to work like you want them to work, get into a position and practice turning them on. That's the only way you're gonna get good at this, is practice turning your muscles on. I do this all day. Turning on the back. Yep, okay, it's waiting for my client to show up. You know, do this a lot of times throughout the day. Your back gonna fire right up next time you do pull-ups. Practice your light moves too. When you are doing something under a high stress, your brain, being the habit-forming machine it is going to do things the way it's always done it. So if you want your upper chest or your biceps to work or anything, but you're always using the highest level of resistance, then it's gonna just do what it's always done. So warm up with the light moves, practice having tension in your muscles during these light moves, and then you're gonna be able to carry it over to the heavier moves as well. Finally, download my chain training ebook. I got the link just down below. I don't even want your email address, just click on it, it's yours. This is gonna make your ability to manipulate and use your tension so much better than if it was just whatever, wherever it goes. It's gonna make all your workouts a hell of a lot better too. You're gonna be having the workout of your life every single time, because the better you get at using your tension, the better every workout's gonna be, the better every exercise, every set, and every rep is going to be much more dialed in, and you're gonna get better results for it. Let me know if you have questions below. Be fit, live free.